Alright, welcome to the Rainstick tutorial. So when you start this project, each and every one of you are going to be receiving a worksheet. As of now, your worksheet is turned horizontally, but this is a vertical worksheet. I'm sorry for that. There are four vocabulary words that we're going to be focusing on for this project. So I have a great example here for you. So the first block, we're going to focus on color. So how can you use like color scheme, complementary colors, like how can you use color to depict an image? So as you notice, there's a round thing up here and a round thing down here. That acts as your stoppers for your rain stick, so you know how the image is going. The way you're designing and drawing this two-dimensionally on the worksheet is as if you cut this rain stick and then opened it up to lay it flat. Therefore, it would make a very long rectangle. So that being said, that's what your worksheet's gonna look like. The second word that we're focusing on is balance. So whether we're balancing numbers, whether we have something crazy and chaotic and something peaceful, that creates an asymmetrical balance. So you can literally design anything you want as long as you meet the vocab. The next word would be movement, so having multiple elements within a single work of art, creating movement, a path that the viewer's eyes take through and around a work of art, creating movement. Again, as you can see, it's a Lion King theme. It could be anything that you'd like it to be. The next word is gonna be pattern. So pattern can be like, something as simple as star, heart, star, heart, star, heart, or it can be something that's repeated over and over again. So putting in all your favorite candies, or that was just that example there. And then the last one says final sampling drawing. This is what's going to be on your final project. So this is one that was created a couple years ago. So there's stars, right? So this focuses obviously on color, and it focuses on asymmetrical balance because we have a bunch of negative space, and then we have a bunch of crazy, chaotic, a lot of detail, and creating movement in this water and things to look at. So I actually have that example with me here today. Here's what it looks like. All right, so we'll start here. At the top, you're gonna see all your stars, and they kind of painted it in like an ombre format, from sky all the way up to space. And then down here, we have our ocean. I will hold it in front of you about here, and I will turn it. So we have our orca, we have some dolphins, some stingrays, some fish, more fish, a whale, some jellyfish, dolphins again. Got a nice turtle down here that's fading, and as you can see, there's a lot of color, and this one's pretty nice. So when your rain stick's complete, it should have a long sound. I will flip this one so you could hear it. And one more time. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys, one, how we're gonna design this, which I already kind of talked about, two, how we're gonna start, we're gonna paint, and how we're going to create that sound within our tubes. So I hope you enjoyed that example. I hope you kind of got an idea and some kind of excitement on what you want to do for this project. So as you see here, I do have two of my stoppers. You are not going to be receiving your stoppers until you're ready to fill your rain stick. And the reason is I'm going to keep them safe, and y'all might lose them. So I will keep them safe for you until you're ready for them. And once they're in, they're in. You won't need to take them out again. So like I said, once you have your ideas planned out and you know what you want to be doing and drawing, each and every one of you are going to receive your rain stick. My advice is, what you're going to do is you're going to draw everything out in pencil first before we start painting it. The paint will be located in the classroom, so you're going to paint it. So I'm going to get caught up on where I just said that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I have a rain stick that I designed. I just kind of did like 3 styles of tiki mask, but just to complete the picture, I repeated those tiki masks again. And then just to fill the gaps, I kind of just did a simple pattern. Okay, so now is the part of our project where we're going to be inputting or adding nails into it. So this kind of sounds a little dangerous, but it's actually super easy. I do have 9 or 10 hammers that will be floating around the classroom. If you need one, please grab one. If they're all being occupied, you just might have to wait a minute. So when you're ready to add nails into your rain stick, oftentimes students really love to follow, let's see here. Students really love to follow the spiral of the cardboard. However, it doesn't create enough of an obstacle to create a good slow sound when we stuff it. So what I mean by that is, it's like a traffic jam, right? If we all enter the freeway one by one, like in a spiral, right, we all can kind of go with the flow of traffic. In our tube, we're trying to create a traffic jam, so it slows down the rice that's falling through it, which elongates the sound. So the best way to accomplish this on a Rainstick is to create bracelets. So I always tell students, bracelet, bracelet, bracelet. When you have your Rainstick, you want to create bracelets, not a spiral, not a straight line. That doesn't, it really just only wastes the nails. Again, bracelets, right? Because that's what's going to create an obstacle, and the rice is going to fight itself to get through, which again creates a long sound. So obviously that's falling slower than gravity, because they're all fighting to get in between each and every one of these bracelets. So that's, sorry, gotta have it right side up. That's the best way to create that nice, pretty, long sound that you're hearing. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's super, super easy. Excuse me, at the front of class, we will have a bucket of nails. Please feel free to go up and grab some. Just, you know, because they are nails, if you don't use any, please try your best to get them back into that bucket. So, as you see, you really don't want to create a bracelet about 3 to 4 inches from either end. And the reason is the rice needs a place to settle, so again, it's just a waste of nails. You don't necessarily need it. So as you see, I have, hopefully, there it is. I have a band here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I'm just gonna do 4 bracelets. I would recommend doing minimum 3, max I'd say 5, just because it's, if you create too much obstacle, your traffic or your rice is just gonna stop altogether, which if you've ever sat on the freeway, sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. I have my hammer here. Hopefully you can see my hands. I have my hammer here, and I have my nails here. It wasn't done. So when you're doing this, I'm going to start just by putting one in. When I have my hammer, I only need to tap this thing about twice. If I tap it well enough, it's going to penetrate the cardboard. Again, this Rainstick is made of thick compressed cardboard, so it's not like hammering through wood or any other harder substance. It's much easier to get through. So it takes about 2 taps, 3, and then either you could tap it all the way down, or you could just slide it in with your finger. And I do not have strong fingers at all, so this should be very easy for you to do. Again, we want to go in bracelets, but oftentimes students tend to put nails right next to each other. This actually creates a hole in your project, and it's less stable, and it's more likely to fall apart, and because it lacks the structural integrity if you put nails right next to each other. And the way I want to explain this is, if I put a nail here, nail right there, and I constantly put a nail directly next to each other, in theory, you just cut it in half. So the best way to do it is to put 1 nail in and use about a finger space. Okay, maybe I could do this blindfolded. And then your next nail is gonna go about that far in. So it's not necessarily half an inch or anything if you're my people who love measuring like me. Just use a finger. Can you see this? Hopefully. All right, I'm gonna put my next nail down, hold it steady, and tap it through. Okay. That one is just noisy. All right, so as you see, they are close together, right? A little bit smaller than a finger, but there's enough space in there that the cardboard itself is still attached, so I'm not gonna break it off or damage it. All right, so I'm going to complete part of this bracelet, and then I'll get caught up and show you the rest of the process. So tap it in, slide it, super easy. At a certain point, you're not really gonna need to measure. Can you see my hands? Okay, I'll do it this way. So again, bracelets, bracelets, bracelets. Yes, I know the spiral's beautiful. I know creating a fun design in nails is awesome and it looks great. It's not practical for this project, so please focus on bracelets. And the reason I know this is because I've learned through test and trial. I've had students who followed that pattern, and yes, it does look beautiful. It doesn't work. Okay. So I'm going to continue continue this process. As you can see, I've already got quite a bit of nails in. It's super quick, super easy, but I don't want to waste your time in the video, so I'm going to get caught up and I'll be right back. All right, well, hopefully you can see in there, and hopefully it looks like crazy chaos, and that's what it should look like. Again, your objective for this Rainstick is to create an obstacle. So I chose to do 4 rows of nails just to kind of keep in line with my pattern, but I would like to take the opportunity to readdress. We do not want to put a row of nails within about 4 inches because it's kind of a moot point in the sense that when your rice is collected at the bottom, once it passes that bracelet that you've added in, it doesn't serve its purpose anymore. So keeping them more towards the center or in the direct middle, that's your best way to make sure that you have a good sound. So now that you have it, you have your Rainstick, you have it painted, and you have your nails put in, as you guys just saw in the middle of my tube, you're ready for your caps. So first and foremost, I'm gonna put my bottom cap in. Don't worry, I will help you with this to make sure we don't make a huge mistake or a mess in class. And then you guys are ready to stuff it. So I am going to stand for this part. Sorry if you cannot see my face, but you see the tube. Each and every one of you are going to get about 1 cup of rice, and that's all you need for this project. So I've scooped my rice out. There it is. Okay, and then I have this funnel that I stirred up. So I'm going to pour this rice in. And once it's all in, I'm done with my rice. And I'm ready for my second cap. So I put my second cap in. Okay. Okay, so all my rice now is officially at the bottom. I can't hear it anymore. So let's hear it. Let's see how it went. Wow, it's pretty long. All right, let's give it one more flip and you're ready to get going. It's pretty good. Awesome. So I hope you enjoyed the making a Rainstick video, and I hope you totally love this and have fun.